being said, God bless. It's kind of a cliche. It's a cliche that all sorts of um, jobs or rentals, buying a new house, car stuff, that people lie. Like people don't tell you the truth. It's a bait and switch. And the vacation in life is that you have somebody that's going to look over the house or the job or the whatever. You don't have a bad deal because predators don't tell you what they're planning to do to you. And like cities will pump themselves up in magazines or news articles or what the alternative press would say. It's actually worse. It's like you think, like I moved to South Dakota thinking it was a conservative place. Now it was already infiltrated very systemically for decades by the communists. And so I'm not going to go into that, but the thing is, like my latest theory is that cities are engineering this drug addiction, mental illness, homelessness situation so that the law abiding, regular people that are just trying to get about the city are attacked and violated so that the justice system, so called justice system, so just that the lawyers and attorneys can get money in their franchise from accessing the perpetrator's account. So, and my question is why does everybody need to have millions and millions of dollars? Like, why does a regular person have to travel to Italy every 5 minutes, or have this fanciest car, or have whatever? I mean, it's like why are people living so well beyond their means and violating human decency just as long as they're making their crazy amount of money? And these people have no honor. They're not contributing to the world. They're just like, how can I hustle? And that's this, like, hustle is like a prostitution term. And regular people are like, yeah, I'm a prostitute. I do my multiple income streams are my multiple prostitution tactics, it seems to me. So, for instance, one of my recent videos is about how King Soopers fired their employees for calling the police after they had a encounter with a customer with a knife, like a box cutter. So, regardless, it doesn't even matter. It can be a penknife. If you can't walk on the train or on the plane with a pin, with a safety pin, it shouldn't matter what kind of knife a customer is wielding to attack, especially a customer who has a criminal record, which the assailant did. And so King Soopers fired their employees. And so why would any workplace fire an employee for calling the police when there was a violent encounter? Like, I would think that it would be illegal to not, like, if there's a car crash, you have to call the police. It's supposed to be like a thing. Um, so I'm thinking that King Soopers wants their employees to be murdered because a lot of employers take life insurance policies on their employees without informing the employees. So I think employers that take insurance policies on the employees need to tell them. They need to say, oh, okay, so we're hiring you. We're going to take out a life insurance policy for $1 million. So if you die, we get $1 million if you die. So that kind of helps you know what your employer's about. For instance, in medical care, cancer, people with cancer make hospitals $1 million. People with autism make hospitals $500,000. So, so what's the motivation to cure, which will make them $0, or to keep perpetuating cancer, autism, diabetes, other globalist agendas? Like, all of these things are growth industry, and and uh, and the thing that I think, like, patients should be informed is they are not who's in charge. It's the insurance companies that matter. The warm body that's sitting in the chair is irrelevant. All the doctor's looking for is insurance codes so that the hospital can make, or the doctor can make, as much money as possible. And so I think like patients need to be aware of that they don't matter. Like their lives don't matter. They might as well be dead. The whole point is what kind of insurance code can that warm body generate for the hospital, for the doctor. And also like maybe them being dead is more valuable to the hospital or to the state than being alive and healthy. It's clear that making people sick is lucrative, and having people mentally ill and depressed or suicidal is the goal of the state, of the medical industry, because it does everything it can to eliminate people who successfully treat cancer or whatever, Lyme disease, or CV. It tries to kill them. It discredits them. It does all sorts of evil things. So yeah. Um, so I think, like, what would the world be like if we knew? If we knew the state's like, we want to kill you. If we knew stores were like, we want to kill our employees because we want our employees to die, to be murdered, so we can get their life insurance. If we knew that, like hospitals, we are using you, patients, as a slow kill cash cow, so we can make money off of your diabetes and cancer and autism, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So how would people feel if they knew the truth? And that's the thing about all of these um, trusted agents of the public good, is they do everything they can to hide, even though the proof, the statistics, even their own disclosure tells you this is the truth. For some, it's the satanic thing called revelation of the method, where they have to tell their victims what they're doing. And the thing is, the victims won't believe what these Satanists are telling them. And so then the Satanists are like, you idiot, you deserve to die, and I'm going to dance on your grave and I'm going to rub your nose in it. So, so what would I think people would pretty much still go about, they would still kind of just be like lemmings and, surrender to everything to be ground up in like meat, in a meat grinder, sort of like that Pink Floyd video, "We Don't Need No Education." So yeah, I think folks, stop being so naive and trusting. Uh, like we are getting what we deserve because we're just assuming the globalists have our interests at heart, even though time and time again they show us that they don't. And I think it's also important to pray. So thanks for watching. God bless.